Yes, come in.
Thank you, sir.
Please be seated. Take a seat.
Krushna Chandra Mishra.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Sure, sir. My name is Krushna Chandra Mishra. I am 24 years old. I was born in Jaspur district of Odisha, from where I have done my high schooling, intermediate and graduation. I did my post graduation from Ravensa University, that's in 2021. Later I completed my MPhil in English in Maharaja Sri Ramchandra Bhanjadeo University. Talking about my achievements, sir, I cleared UGC NET in December 2022 and I am going to appear in the upcoming SSB lecturer interview. That's all about me. Thank you, sir.
You have no experience, you have not been a guest faculty anywhere?
No, ma'am. I never joined any colleges as a guest faculty.
So you haven't even joined any coaching institute?
No, ma'am.
Man, that is not a drawback, joining because I advise my students to join coaching institute so that the knowledge will be, they can refurbish their memory, their
Yes, ma'am.
undergraduate syllabus and all.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have not joined anything, so you were very keen and serious about your career.
Preparation, sir. Yes.
That's a very good thing. So you completed everything, you finished everything. You completed your NET.
Then due to my MPhil preparation, there is a little bit problem. That's why I can't.
So you plan? Will you enroll for your PhD?
I'm looking for admission in PhD. I have tried in 1 or 2 IITs. Then I have recently gave an interview in Niger. But I am working on my dissertation. I intend to pursue PhD.
You are interested in which area?
Ma'am, I am particularly interested in environmental humanities. My MPhil work is also based on that interdisciplinary discipline of environmental humanities.
What is environmental humanities?
Yes, ma'am. That is a distinct part of eco-criticism, which analyzes certain literary, particularly fictions, in the viewpoint of nature and its various phenomena that are quietly hazardously affected human society and human livings.
Okay. So Raquel Carlson is in your syllabus.
Yes, Raquel Carlson was.
What major contribution she had?
Raquel Carlson in that field is famous for one book and the name is Silent Spring. That work analyzes the harmful use of pesticide and how it affected a lot of damages to areas and personal life is also affected. That she interpreted in that book. This is that book is also a very good one and recognized as a landmark in that field.
By a persistent endeavor, she managed to do what?
She was an environmentalist.
No, that I know. She's a marine biologist.
Yes, ma'am. Marine biology, right, ma'am.
She was a man because she is now dead. Marine biologist.
Marine biologist.
But what happened?
I have,
Any idea? Her work, her effort led to the ban of what? Which pesticide?
That is, ma'am, DDT something.
Yes. And do you know the repercussion? In the United States, if you go against a pharmaceutical company,
Yes, ma'am.
it is just like you are going against God. You will be killed any moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the pharma company, they control the government. She fought with the American senators. She was a cancer survivor. She alone fought. And finally the US government was forced to ban DDT, use of DDT. So, do you have any idea about the same thing, same kind of thing, an Indian woman doing in India? Do you know her name?
Yes, ma'am. One environmental activist named Bandana Shiba.
Yes, very good.
She is working on this field, and it's notable in the one book that is, I can't recall it right now, but I know that Bandana Shiba.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your, let me see, your again, yours is also American literature in undergraduate.
American literature.
No, this is Master of Arts.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me in something about Hemingway's Old Man and the Sea?
Sure, ma'am. Hemingway's Old Man and the Sea is a novella that was published in 1951, and for this work Hemingway awarded the prestigious Nobel Prize in the year 1954. The work is about the struggle of an aged old man named Santiago. In the beginning of that novel, he goes 84 days without catching a fish, but later he manages to catch a giant fish. The fish name of that fish is Merlin. This work is about the struggle. Yes, ma'am.
Now, in that novel,
Yes, ma'am.
time to time Santiago is reminded of his boyhood days.
Yes, ma'am.
What does it symbolize? Why does it?
Yes, ma'am. He in that novel totally sees three dreams. As far as my knowledge, those dreams exemplifies Santiago's dream and his experience. I'm particularly unable to.
Yes, express I understand. No. So when he gets exhausted, he's an old man,
Yes, ma'am.
such a huge fish,
Huge piece. Yeah.
towing such a huge fish. He was physically exhausted.
Exhausted. Yes, ma'am.
So by recalling, how does it help?
By recalling those past adventures, he is able to get some strength and
Very good.
inner.
That's what I was asking. Okay. Now, in Arthur Miller's All My Sons,
All my sons. Yes, ma'am.
what is the flaw of Joe Keller and how does it represent the American dream?
Yes, Joe Keller, that work particularly, the protagonist Joe Keller lived his ship, and I think that was the major tragic flaw.
Do you know the play? I don't think you are bluffing or you are guessing.
I'm particularly in touch with that, but I know it's summary just little bit, ma'am.
He was supplying what during the war?
No idea, ma'am.
You have no idea about it. Anyway, you have read any other play of Arthur Miller?
All my sons. Actually, there is
Death of Master of Arts, Death of a Salesman thila. It was there in your syllabus.
Death of a Salesman.
Very low man. Not like
No, ma'am.
Eugene O'Neill,
Yes, ma'am. One play of Eugene O'Neill, Desire Under the.
Desire Under the Elms,
Yes, ma'am.
the Cabot family.
Yes, ma'am. Cabot family.
Okay. Have you read the recent American novels like J.D. Salinger, Toni Morrison?
Yes, ma'am. Toni Morrison's famous novel, Beloved. I'm in touch with that. Then, apart from Beloved, I know other some work but can't read. Like,
Bluest Eyes?
yes, ma'am. Bluest Eye was her first published novel.
Yes.
Bluest Eye, Sula, then
Alice Walker?
yes, ma'am. Alice Walker,
Color Purple.
The Color Purple. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me come to criticism. Have you read Cultural Anarchy of Matthew Arnold?
Yes, ma'am.
In Cultural Anarchy,
Yes, ma'am.
what does sweetness and light stand for?
Ma'am, sweetness and light is a phrase Arnold borrowed from the work of, what, can remember, someone,
Battle of
is Battle of the Books by Jonathan Swift. Yes, ma'am. I'm unable to call it. His sweetness and light, in the phrase sweetness and the light, he tries to promote the critical thinking and the elements from Renaissance. Means the power of questioning, and so he applies.
No, you are not quite sure of that.
Ma'am, is he applied?
He talks about Hebraism. He talks about Hebraism and Hellenism.
Yes, ma'am.
One is a moral force, the other one is a intellectual.
Intellectual force, that is Hellenism. Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it? So you are not very thorough with that. Okay. Nana paddecha ketna chapter achi eigudak sam mandecha SSB ne, isn't it?
Yes.
Because Arnold felt that both sweetness and light both are is essential for a perfect society.
It's a sweet balance between them is.
No, he needs that. Yes, these are essential for a good society.
Yes, ma'am.
Because Matthew Arnold was conservative. So what is Matthew Arnold's? It is often said that new criticism started from Matthew Arnold.
Yes, ma'am.
It is not John Crow Ransom, but it started with Matthew Arnold.
Matthew Arnold.
Kourthipai.
New criticism as a movement that focuses on the.
No, what's wrong? So technically, Bohiru dekla alga katha. But that very idea of new criticism
Yes, ma'am.
was very much present in Arnold, for which T.S. Eliot had a lot of respect for Arnold.
It is something on his focus on culture.
Anyway, I'll tell you later on. Sorry, you can ask him.
Sure. When you are talking with ma'am, you use the term novella. Can you differentiate between novel and novella?
Sir, novel is a work that is quite longer than novella, and a novella is a form of literature that has a wide words than drama, but less word than novel.
कंपार्टमेंटालाइजेशन रो पॉइंट गुडा कोन केते पेज हेले केतेटा कैरेक्टर हेले नोवेल हबो नोवेला हबो ड्रामा हबो यार किछि आईडिया मु गोटे लिटरेचर फील्ड रो बिलोंग न करूथवा लोक.
Yes, sir.
हैला परहैप्स वी वर डिस्कसिंग दैट हेमिंगवे रो छोटे बॉय मु गोटे माने कोन लिटरेचर रो बिलोंग करनथवा लोक मु तो कंफ्यूज हेबी छो मो मन रे गोटे परसेप्शन अछि जे एनते ओडा मोटा बॉय हेले से नोवेल हबो एडा पतला डाला नोवेला हबो बट यू आर अ स्टूडेंट ऑफ लिटरेचर.
Yes, sir.
तमे केमते जिंस को मते जस्टिफाई करी.
Novel tell us the individual story of perhaps all the major characters, while novella is very shorter. In technically it has 70 to 80 pages. I can't sure about it, but it is longer than a drama and shorter than a novel. Any book consists of 150 to 200. I think it must be a novel.
कैरेक्टर लिमिटेशन बाबदरे कोन नोवेला केतरा खंडे कैरेक्टर रहइबो.
There must be a few character, and there is less present of growth of character in compared with novels.
अच्छा विक्रम सेठ रो गोटे पोएम अछि द फ्रॉग एंड द नाइटिंगेल.
The Frog and the Nightingale.
पढ़छ
No, sir. That's
सिल्विया प्लाथ रो मिरर.
yes, sir.
मिरर रो प्रोटैगनिस्ट बा मेन कैरेक्टर से जो लेडी
Yes, sir.
ता पाखरे गोटे माने क्वालिटी थिला से एग्जैक्टली से क्वालिटी रो नाटा कोन.
I can't remember that particular quality. I have read that in
जा को हिंदी रे आत्ममुग्धता कोआ जाय.
आत्ममुग्धता.
इंग्लिश टर्म टा कोन
Self obsessed. That
Self-obsessed. You're being obsessed.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, that word I'll give you a clue. If the word starts with the letter N.
reading from my
Now you should tell that. Now you should tell that.
self. This Atma something sir कहले can you
ନିଜକୁ ଭଲ ପାଇବା ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ତାର ଗୋଟେ ମାଇଥୋଲୋଜିକାଲ ଲିଙ୍କ ବି ହଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକ ଥିଲା ଯିଏ ପାଣିରେ ନିଜର ଛବି କି ଦେଖିଲା ଏତେ ଭଲ ପାଇଗଲା ନିଜକୁ ଯେ ସୋ ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ
I came across that story Greek mythology. I can't able to recall it right now.
ସେ ୱାର୍ଡଟା ମନ ପଡୁନି ନା ଆଚ୍ଛା ହଉ ମନ ପଡିବ ଡିସ୍କସନ ଟାଇମରେ ମନ ପଡିବ ଆଚ୍ଛା ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ କୌଣସି ଲିଟରାରୀ ଜିନିଷକୁ କ୍ରିଟିସିଜମ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଅଫ ଭ୍ୟୁରୁ ଦେଖୁଛେ ସେଥିରେ ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକର ଆଇଡିଓଲୋଜିକାଲ perspective suppose take for example ମୁଁ particular idol ଗୋଟେ ideology ରୁ belong କରୁଛି
Yes sir.
यार किसी रोल था जनरल लिटरेचर को क्रिटिसिज्म
Ideology plays a vital role in literature that is highlighted in the study of cultural theory. Ideology, one writer Raymond Williams plays a great role in the perception of ideology. Louis Althusser is a greatest proponent of that term ideology.
ए तमे एमती गोटे लोक ना कहि परिबो जे कि तारा गोटे लोक ना कहबो तंकर आइडियोलॉजिकल बेस कहबो तापर से कोन क्रिटिसिज्म देइथिले को जिंसटार जोथले से आइडियोलॉजी रिफ्लेक्ट होतिला
Yes sir. I can narrate one text written by Charles Dickens that is Hard Times. So in that work the one character named Thomas Gravgren, his belief is based on rational life and he believes in facts. He denies all the things related to society and the well-being of humankind. He simply focuses on science and facts. As a result, in that work, later it highlighted that that is a bad thing, and he suffers for that, particularly his ideological things. Later, it turns as a blunder.
His favorite student was?
Yes, ma'am. I knew it, ma'am. I can't recall it.
Bitzer.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is his favorite student?
I'm unable to recall it now. I think I knew this one. I can't recall it now, ma'am.
The same character you can also find it in 3 Idiots.
3 Idiots, ma'am.
सही बढ़िया तुमको सब कोऑर्डिनेट करियो ना कनेक्ट
Means the character of this.
सबको घुसी घसी के रखता है everything
Yes,
that
ma'am, yes, ma'am.
that comes an answer you ask a question that comes an answer so 3 Idiots is Chatur.
Chatur, yes, ma'am. Then same quality is also present in his disciple. So I can recall his name. 4 to 5 years back I read.
Why did he banish stop teaching Sissiju?
Because yes, Sissiju was from very lower class. He was the daughter of a magic performer. So because of his class focus to religion, he thinks it is unnecessary thing. That's why
No, you are again
Digressing.
deviating. Fun, entertainment, all these things Sissiju, because when Thomas Gradgrin sees his son and daughter, Louisa and Tom's, I think,
yes, ma'am.
both peeping through the circus tent.
Yes, ma'am.
So he feels that it is the influence of Sissy
Sissy.
on them. So they are moving away from facts and reality to fun, entertainment. So,
That's why he stops teaching.
okay.
सर
What is your father's name?
Father name is Sir Prafulla Mishra.
What is the name of your father?
Prafulla Mishra, sir.
Who is your father?
Prafulla Mishra, sir.
Have you answered it correctly? I asked you 3 questions.
I think
Because you are going to teach students and graduates and undergraduates, and I have asked you 3 questions. Have you answered them correctly?
I think I answered the result you were intending for. I think my approach to give you the answer is
Don't
quite-
put literature in this. Very simple. I asked your father's name. My question is, have you answered it correctly, or you have answered it not correctly?
Yes, sir. I have answered it correctly. My father name is Prafulla Mishra.
Your father's name is all right in this. There is no doubt about that. But have you answered the English question correctly, or you answered it as a GK question?
I answered it is a basic of my personal figure as a. But I think there should not be.
Did you listen to my question? I asked you what is the name of your father. Now you answer me.
The name of my father is Prafulla Kumar Mishra.
Who is your father?
My father is Prafulla Mishra.
And what is your father's name?
My father name is Prafulla Mishra.
Have you said these three answers previously?
No, sir. Just I have said just Prafulla Mishra.
Still you make a mistake. If I am saying, who is your prime minister? How will you answer that?
The preferably answer will be.
Preferably answer.
Not sir, preferably it must be answer. The name of
Your literature name, you will say preferably answer who is your prime minister. I am asking you, who is your prime minister?
our prime minister name is Dr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi.
Okay. If you are supposed to write any literature work, which one will you write? A prose, poetry, story, or something like that? What is that?
Sir, my interest is on short story, sir.
In short story.
I have been composed few short story, like three or four short story. I have interest on translation also, sir.
If I will tell you a theme, God sees the truth but waits. What story will you write?
That's a brilliant question.
What story will you write?
Sir, can you name the theme again?
God sees the truth but waits.
Yes, on this theme, story can be narrate a story on my friend. That is, his story I think is preferably suited on this theme.
Mr. Krushna Chandra Mishra, in all your answer, you are using a very tricky word, preferably. So, should I take it correctly or wrongly? You are confusing me. If you answer, this is preferably a pen or a pencil, what should I take? Should I take it as a pen or a pencil?
In this case, using preferably word is quite.
So, please keep that and answer us. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Does it ring a bell? God sees the truth but waits. Does it ring a bell?
Does it? Certainly, yes, sir.
Swimming is my hobby. Right? What is the subject in this sentence?
Swimming is my hobby. Swimming, sir.
Swimming is a verb.
Yes, sir. Swimming. That's actually not firstly. Swimming is my hobby. Subject is quite hobby.
Hobby is the subject.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I saw a playing monkey.
I saw a playing monkey.
What parts of speech is playing?
Playing is a verb, sir. I saw a monkey playing. It is prefix and affix, sir, you can say.
Okay. If you are supposed to, if you will get your PhD, you will be writing your PhD, correct? Yes. What are the different styles of writing in PhD, PhD thesis?
There are two major styles of writing currently practiced in PhD. One is MLA format, another is APA format. I will prefer more on MLA style, sir, because I am acquainted with since my graduation, and in my MPhil thesis, I have managed to write in MLA format. That's
which edition?
That's based on 9th edition, sir.
And so far as the APA is concerned, which edition is under use?
APA, sir, I can't recall the APA. But I'm acquainted with MLA style.
You have to be a bit louder.
Yes, ma'am.
के बड़ पाटे कहबो
Kichi, ma'am, any improvement I need to do in the upcoming SSB Viva?
ମାନେ implement voice
Yes, ma'am. Another any factor on, ma'am, subjective matter or any?
परिबो तम इंटरव्यू सइला पारे
We will
have your
feedback
feedback.
you. We will feedback you. Don't worry. Sir, I think this is
Sure,
sir.
ଗୋଟେ କଣ ଦବା ହଉଛି କହିବ ସେ ଇଏ ବଟେ
Sir, ଗୋଟେ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ anything.
मैडम दिंतु ମୁଁ ତ ଗ୍ରାମାର कोन दे दे
ଆଚ୍ଛା ତମେ ଖାଲି ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ verb କେମିତି ପଢେ ନା ଗ୍ରାମାର ତମର ଶୋ ଇଏ ନୁହଁ
Ma'am, grammar रे किछु SSB prepare.
ଗୋଟେ poem ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ଯେକୌଣସି ଗୋଟେ small poem.
ଥିଲେ ସିନା ପାଖରେ ଥିଲେ
Ma'am, poem भी ମୁଁ sir ma'am ଗୋଟେ ଆଣିଛି.
ହଁ ଠିକ ଅଛି ପଏଣ୍ଟ ତ ପଢେଇଲା ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ କେମିତି ପଢେଇବ
Okay.
ବେଶୀ ନାହିଁ ଗୋଟିଏ ଷ୍ଟାଞ୍ଜା এটা কাহা পোয়েম
This poem entitled Sailing to Byzantium, written by William Butler Yeats.
গোটেটা প্রথম ফার্স্ট পোয়েম
First.
Yes, ma'am. The beginning line of this poem is, "That is no country for old men, the young in one another's arm, birds in the trees, those dang generations." In the beginning line, it is presented that William Butler Yeats is travelled in the quest of a holy thing. Generally, it is believed that he has travelled to Byzantium, which is an early sect of Christianity practices. It is also believed that Byzantium now is a Muslim country, and the country is notable from the beginning of Renaissance. In the 1453, after the fall of that country by the Byzantium, it is generally believed that Renaissance began. In this line, Yeats particularly cites the role of old men in the society. He has a skeptical view of the role of old men. He opined that old men has no place in this modern generation. That's why he is embarking his journey to a holy city. Next line, the salmon falls, the mackerel crowded seas, fish, flesh or fowl common all summer long. Whatever is begotten, born and dies, caught in that sensual music, all neglect the monuments of unerring intellect. Through this paragraph, this line, it's said that the glory of past and the practices of old people is now like an unerring intellect. Those glory is completely eradicated by the people of young generation. Shall I go to the second stanza?
No, it doesn't matter. You are using eradicate is a word. It's always used for anything. No, eradication is what? Eradication of poverty.
Means to separate.
So rejection. The word should be rejection, not eradication. Eradication of a disease. Eradication of poverty.
Yes, ma'am.
Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
sit okay you will have your feedback within 2 minutes. You wait here, sit. कृष्ण चंद्र मिश्र बाबू
आज्ञा सर.
ये इंटरव्यू को जदि आम एक्जाक्टली अध घंटा बा 40 मिनट देखा
आज्ञा सर.
ताले बोध हुए तुमर फर्स्ट हाफ टा वाज वेरी गुड
आज्ञा सर.
ठीक ठाक. सेकेंड हाफ रे तमे टिके टेल एंडर भलिया खेलिला.
आज्ञा सर.
तेणुक से पॉइंट देखिए गले लिटरेचर उपरे तुम मानकर जा तुम सब्जेक्ट मैडम को क्वेश्चन तक एनी हाउ किंतु लैंग्वेज और ग्रामर उपरे भारी कस्मस अवस्था. तेणुक टिके ग्रामर उपरे देख कंटेम्पररी नॉलेज सहित टिके वेल वर्स्ड रुह.
आज्ञा सर.
कहीं जनरली मुझे जानी +3 लेवल रे आ पीजी लेवल रे ग्रामर रो सेमती कोन पढ़ाई छी ग्रामर इंग्लिश ग्रामर
नहीं सर, ग्रामर रो एते रोल ना
रोल नाही. बोध
Phrasal verb अछि खाली.
बोध एई रोल रोनी जे पॉलिसी मेकर्स माने किसी जानि ना सेटा नुह कोर्स करिकुलम जो तैयारी कर जानि ना से कथा नुह दे आर अज्यूमिंग दैट बिफोर कमिंग टू इंग्लिश ऑनर्स क्लासेस ए कैंडिडेट और ए स्टूडेंट शुड हैव एडिक्वेट नॉलेज ए जिंस थिबो काना ग्रामर उडा लिमिटेड जिंसटा से पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच वर्ड्स ए सो जिंस हेगले तको तमे इंग्लिश रे एते गुडे क्वालिफिकेशन पर छोट छोट हल्का फुल्का जिंस टिके ग्रामर रे जते फंबल होचो से जिंस टिके केयर नहीं हो
आज्ञा सर
आ जहा तमर कोर्स कंटेंट रे अछि ताकू टिके बढ़िया की रिवीजन करी की जाओ
आज्ञा सर
बेसिक जिंस जो क्वाट टाइम एन रे मैडम प्रॉम्प्ट करले एन रे नार्सिसिज्म बुझिला
सेल्फ लव जोड़ा
सेल्फ लव हां सो टिके केयर नियो आउ टिके बढ़िया की पढ़ी की जाओ
पार्टी को नहीं खोलनी
सुनो टिके बड़ पार्टी को
ऐसे
तुम एते आस्ते आस्ते कहले कोन कहले यू साउंड वेरी डिफिडेंट यू डोंट साउंड कॉन्फिडेंट जा हम जोर बड़ पार्टी को
हे कोन हबनी हो आ कोन ला तुम भी वॉइस रेस
नहीं तमरो अच्छी तो पढ़ापड़ी करछ सब करछ तमे क्वालिफाई कर परिबो तमे खाली टिके बड़ माने साउंड माने जोर से कुह आ तापरे तमे टिके सब्जेक्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट पढ़ दबो सब्जेक्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट कोन कहले माने सब्जेक्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट ला सपोज आई एम ए टीचर एटा कोन हला इट टीचर के
टीचर मींस
I so it is so subject complement either should be a noun or an adjective बुझला त so I am a teacher so teacher टा की I संग रहला so it is a subject complement is not an object since object complement है so direct object परे आसे बुझला subject complement एटा very small छोट छोट जिनिस एटा तो क्लास 6 7 8 पिला भी करता ग्रामर प्रति एते मु जानि छी सुनो
आज सर को जो क्वेश्चन रो तम आंसर माने कहिला स्विमिंग हला सेटा
जेरंट को इंट्रांजिटिव वर्ब टा जोड़ा हैला पार्टिसिपल जेरंट
भारी
आ इंफिनिटिव
ठीक है
या टिकी खला ने दीजिए
आज्ञा मैम
सर
बुझला टिके जोर रे कहबो रेज योर वॉइस काइना जत्ते जोर बड़ पार्टी रे कहले कोन हो ना दैट शोज योर कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल
यस मैम
अंडरस्टैंड
इट्स को ऊपर किछि फर्दर आउ
काहे कि अरे सुनो तुमको से जो जिंस क्वेश्चन पटे के सही थी
किए को
तमरो जो थरे स्ट्रेंथ अछि तुम सियाड को जीवो कि तमे ता माने नहीं जे तमे बेसी गुडा अधिका किछि कहि दे पड़ेले तुम प्रॉब्लम हो कोन जन अधिका कहि दे गले तुमको सेथु से पड़ेबे सियाड क्वेश्चन पटे बुझला तो सेटा जे जिंस देखियो
ठीक मैम
तो जति की क्वेश्चन सेति के आंसर करबो आ ठीक से भलरे क्वेश्चन सुनिबो तापर यू आंसर फिर बड़ पार्टी यू हैव टू यू हैव टू रेज योर पिच योर वॉइस अंडरस्टैंड सेटा विल हेल्प यू
यस मैम
आउ सीधा अनेक कथा बार्ता करबो
ठीक मैम
बहुत डर तम भीतर
लागु जी तमे बहुत डरी के रछ
नहीं यू हैव ए फियर ऑफ फेल्युअर तम भीतर जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है ताको इंग्लिश रे कहंदी फियर ऑफ फेल्युअर व्हाई यू हैव ए फियर ऑफ फेल्युअर को जते डरिबो से तम सेते अधिक डरे
तमे पाठ जानछ
तम वॉइस के खोलुनी जिते लोग जमा डगारे खाना खांदी ताका वॉइस तो खुल जाए
सुनो वॉइस ता नकल टीचर किन थाओ तम तो प्रथम लाइन में पिला कोन सुनि परिबे ना पछ पिला सुनि परिबे यू शुड बी ऑडिबल
यस मैम
एटा मॉक इंटरव्यू तुमको सेठी
पार्टी टिके खोलो तम पार्टी खोलुनी तम देखो तम जो बंका है कि बसी छ ना वॉइस बाहर नहीं सेति में स्पाइनल कॉर्ड सीधा ना हले वॉइस बाहर बनी तम लुक एट मी मु केनी बसी सामने देख ई स्पाइनल कॉर्ड जतल बेंड हो जाए सेतले मेमोरी लेठी ऑक्सीजन पास करेनी ऑक्सीजन तो पास न करे मेमोरी आपे कमी जीवो सो पाठ पढ़ला बेले सीधे से इंटरव्यू बसला बेले सीधे ही बसो हैला वॉइस खोल जीवो आ बाकी एवरीथिंग इज आई बाकी एवरीथिंग
तमे सती करो
सती करो
आई एम होपफुल यू विल क्रैक
आशा करछु सेटा हैला हमर भी से आशा अछि एटी की पार्टी खोलो
जोर रे को सर
जा
सेटा हमर बड़ ड्रॉबैक
आगे मैम
ओके विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट
गॉड ब्लेस यू
and have a nice journey to Jaspur.